Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I'm not a video person. That is not my specialty, so try to bear with me if I screw up. I'm going to try to go ahead and get this done on one take. Alright, to earn money in any business, you must have customers. This means that people must know you're actually in business. To do this, I use text messages. It's fast, and you can rest assured that your message is delivered and it's read. You're free to use any venue you want, such as email, Craigslist, word of mouth, national directories, or classifieds. It's totally up to you. But to earn $60, which is one conversion, you'll need to reach about 1,000 people. This is about 1/10 of 1%, which is average for any type of cold advertising that you do. If you want to earn $120 daily, you need to send out 2,000 messages. If you want to earn $180 daily, you need to send out 3,000 messages. You get the point, right? The more messages, the more messages that you send out, the more money that you earn. Alright, to send text messages, you must be sending to cell phones, not landlines or pagers. This means that you have a group of numbers. You must first verify that the number is actually a mobile number, not a landline. Now, there are several ways to do this. I'm going to go ahead and start with the most expensive way, which is obviously using somebody else's API key. 24/7 is our 24/7 data. That's the cheapest company that I could find to validate cell phone numbers. They charge 6 cents per record that you validate, and of course there are 10 million numbers minus one in every area code. You would have to validate each one of those numbers to determine whether or not it's a mobile number, a landline, or pager. To validate 10 million numbers is a cost of $60,000 per area code. I don't know about you, but I can't afford that. Let's go ahead and take a look at 24/7 data. This is their home page. If you wanted to go in and you want this verified numbers, let's go down to solutions, and what you would be doing is you would be verifying carrier numbers, which is that would be like AT&T, Sprint, those type of companies. Let's see, want this thing open up. You can go through and read this if you like. I'm trying to keep this video as brief as possible, and as I said, I'm not a video person, so I just want to get right to the point. But I just want to show you the actual cost, so you don't have to take my word for it. You see that it is 0.6 cents for each record that you validate. So as I said, it is $60,000 per area code. So let's go ahead and now move on to the next thing. We're not going to want to do that. I will include their URL on the page and the email, so that if you want to get in touch with 24/7 data for any other reason, you have their email address, not email address, but their URL. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing here. Alright, I found something cheaper. There is a company out there that specializes in selling cell phone lists and software to actually send the cell phone messages. If you want to use their service directly, they charge 3 cents for every text message that you send out via them. I'm going to go ahead and show you who that is right now. Obviously, 3 cents per message isn't bad. To send out 1,000 messages would cost about $30. That was still a little bit too expensive for me. I found something cheaper than that. But let's go ahead and I'll show you who this company is. This company is a cell phone list. Actually, they're charging $2.95 for area code now. They also have a suite of products. If you want to send your own text messages without paying per text message, they sell a solution. Let's see if I can find it here. You can go in and actually buy their software. They'll help you set the software up, and you can send your own text messages. As you see, they charge $4.95 for a standard package, $6.95 for their premium package. I'm not going to spend much time on this. I'm going to include their URL, so you can come back to this website and you can play around. If that's something that you can afford, of course, go for it. I mean, I do provide these services. For 10,000 messages, I only charge $20, I think it is. So for 1,000, it will cost you about $2 per day if you're sending out 1,000 messages per day. Or as I said, you can buy your own software. They have a complete suite, which they give you, I think, up to 2, 4, 8 area codes. Yeah, there is 2, 4, 8 area codes, and as I say, you can buy their software. Their software is $12.95 for their starter, $14.95 for the standard, and $16.95 for the enterprise. But you would not have to ever pay anybody a per message cost again. You have the software. You know where I'm going to show you where to find the area codes and the cell phone numbers for free. Once you have your software, then you can send out a million messages per day if you want to, totally free. All right, let's get back on track here. As I said, I want to try to keep this as short as possible. As I said, I went a little bit further than that. There is a way to determine whether or not phone numbers are landlines, pagers, or cell phones. I'm going to go to that in just a second. For those of you that don't know, your cell phone actually does have an email address. I wanted to cover that right quick. Your cell phone email address is basically your number plus the @ and whatever your carrier's domain name is. So let's say you're with AT&T and your number is whatever your number is. It would be the number plus @text.att or att.net.com. But let's go ahead and show you what this company is here. It is all area codes. If you go to allareacodes.com, which this is going to be included also, and you go / whatever area code that you want to use, you could do this nationwide or actually anywhere in North America, Mexico, or Canada also. You can just simply go down and you see that starting at 200, you see that that's a landline. It tells you what county, and it actually tells you the carrier. You go down to the next one, you see that that's a cell phone number, and you see USA Mobility. So if you wanted to get the email address, you go in and Google USA Mobility, what's the domain name, and it would give you the domain name, and the email address would be 201, whatever the number is. It will be 813-201, the rest of the number at whatever that domain name is. But we're dealing with text messages, so I wouldn't worry too much about email. Email has spam filters. You send out email, it doesn't get delivered anyway. That's why I send out text messages, because I know that the messages are actually delivered. You're putting them directly on somebody's cell phone, and obviously they're going to read pretty much every message that comes to their cell phone. But I just wanted to show you this is a free way to go in and determine whether or not a number is a landline or a cell phone. If it's a pager, you would have to pay attention to the company. It would have something like USA Paging or Paging this, or it'd have something paging in the company name to tell you that it's a pager, and you do not want to send text messages to landlines or pagers, because obviously if you're paying for a message, you're simply wasting money. And the what we call the SMSC, the service center, may actually cut the number off and stop delivery of the messages because of high numbers going to landlines, and they know that you're not verifying or validating the numbers. So you definitely don't want to get into that. Once you know that the number is a cell phone number, let's say this is 813-201, you want to go over and generate your list of numbers, which again I'm going to have these ERLs there for you. You go over into Text Mechanic, and you just simply go 201. You put the number in there, and you just go 201 is the same one. You're going to go up to 299. That is for the 201 prefix. The 813 is the area code, and then just generate the numbers. You may want to randomize the numbers. Once you have the numbers generated, just go down, select all, right click, copy, and then you can simply go into Notepad or wherever you want to put it, and you can simply paste the numbers in there, and you can save the numbers as whatever you want to save them as. I'm not going to save them since I already have all of Hillsborough County. I'm just going through a brief tutorial for you. I want to wrap this video up here. I don't want to keep you on this too long. I'm just trying to give you an idea of how you're going to generate business, so that you don't go and sign. Or basically, this is for any business venture, anything that you're doing that you need to generate traffic. That just doesn't have to be for this. A lot of people obviously fail in what they're doing because they can't generate traffic. They can't get people to their websites for whatever reason. You can't get on the first page via Google, via SEO, or whatever the case may be. As I said, if you want to use my gateway, I only charge $20 for 10,000 messages. So if you're sending out 1,000 per day, that's only $2 per day is what it amounts to. Just send me an email, and I'll get you set up with a username and a password and a URL, and you can go in and you can just start sending out your messages and start generating out some traffic once you get set up. As I said, I don't want to prolong this anymore. Let's just go ahead and move on to something else. Thanks for listening. Let's go ahead, move on to the next step, and get you going. Hope to see you on the next side. Thanks.